USC Housing is providing students still on campus with protective masks. We talk with a student who received one.
We talk with a virologist at the Keck School of Medicine about how the medical field will change after the coronavirus pandemic. See It Live starts right now. The coronavirus pandemic continues to impact California, with 53 of 58 counties having confirmed cases of COVID-19. Good evening, I'm Brogan Kroener.
And I'm Keith Leach. Our reporter Chace Beech gives us the latest on how widespread the virus is right now.
Today marks 100 days since China reported their first case of coronavirus. According to the World Health Organization, the number of reported cases worldwide has now surpassed 1.5 million, with more than 94,000 deaths. In the United States, there are now more than 465,000 cases, the highest total of any country worldwide. Deaths have reached 16,500. The U.S. had just 70 cases at the beginning of March. Infectious disease expert Dr. Anthony Fauci says it's essential that people follow all guidelines.
We know now for sure that the mitigation that we have been doing is having a positive effect, but you don't see it until weeks later. We need to keep mitigating. We know that this is something that is a strain on the American public, but it's just something that we have, not only the only tool, it's the best tool.
There has been at least 19,000 confirmed cases of coronavirus in California, with the number of deaths just above 500.
The total number of individuals in the ICU, that number of 1,132 represents a drop of 1.9% from yesterday. I caution anybody to read too much into that one point of data. But nonetheless, it is encouraging, and it just again reinforces the incredible work that all of you are doing to practice physical distancing.
The LA County Department of Health has reported close to 8,000 cases of coronavirus, with the number of deaths at 223. In the midst of this global health crisis, so much is focused on the present moment. But we wanted to hear about what the medical field will look like moving forward. So today, we spoke with Paula Cannon, a virologist and immunologist at USC's Keck School of Medicine, to hear about how COVID-19 is changing the medical field.
This is going to happen again. I'm a virologist. I can almost guarantee we will have another coronavirus outbreak at some point. We need to be on the lookout for something like this happening. The coronaviruses that produced SARS in 2003 and then a few years later produced a similar disease that's called MERS and now have produced this coronavirus. There's thousands of them in different animals.
In her own work, Cannon says she is looking at how we can all prepare for the next inevitable outbreak.
So as human society, what we can do to guard against that is, on the one hand, doctors and scientists are now really interested in the idea of developing drugs and even vaccines that can broadly inhibit against, the current coronavirus, but also the next coronavirus. So we're not sort of starting from zero.
And she has high hopes for that vaccine.
Just as part of your normal vaccine regimen, you would also get a pan-coronavirus vaccination shot as well.
Despite the current stress we are all facing, Cannon is optimistic about the future of medicine and the world.
I really believe that one of the silver linings from this pandemic is we're going to look at ourselves and going to be like, that was pretty damn good what we did. Let's do more of that. So I think it's going to actually spark a huge amount of innovation and rethinking, medicine, higher education, and also how we appreciate and interact with the natural world. So that's my. I'm sorry, I'm an optimist. I've got to see something good coming out of this.
And looking forward, optimism might be just what we all need. For Annenberg Media, I'm Chace Beech.
Hi, my name is Vespera Luo. I am an international student from China who got permission to stay at USC Housing about 2 weeks ago, so I'm still on campus. This morning, we received an email saying that we can pick up face masks at our building's customer service center. This is the one I got for today. Each student can have one face mask per day to last them through Friday, April 10th. The reusable face coverings are expected to arrive then.
The USC Local Moms and Dads On-Call Facebook group is also helping students with self-made masks. On Friday, students can pick up a free scarf at the USC Village or USC DPS station.
Nursing homes around the country are being hit hard by the coronavirus, but the lives of the nurses and others taking care of these patients are also in jeopardy. I'm Vanessa Gay, reporting from Los Angeles. For an inside look, I spoke to a close family member who works in a nursing home in the Northeast.
With the Department of Health asking us not to allow visitors into the building, then it progressed to us having our temperatures taken every time we came into the building and answering pertinent questions like, do we have a cough, sore throat, or shortness of breath, and have we had any contact with anyone positive for COVID-19? Then it progressed to us wearing a mask at all times while we were in the building. And most recently, the residents too are wearing masks when we go into render care.
They gave us one mask and told us we had to use it for the week.
The social workers are trying to facilitate video chats and phone calls among residents and their family members so they won't feel so isolated.
Her facility now has 4 positive cases and possibly 6 more. Every day, she worries about staying healthy.
And as for me, I am more aware of the amount of surfaces that I touch, how often I touch the surfaces, and washing my hands after I touch such surfaces. Also being aware of how I wear my personal protective equipment, because these are scary times. COVID-19 is in the building and it is spreading. So it is very scary, and that's the situation as it is now.
For Annenberg Media, I'm Vanessa Gay.
Small businesses in Los Angeles can now refuse service to customers who are not wearing masks. We spoke to the owner of Doolin Soul Food on Crenshaw about what this means for businesses like his.
We haven't really come down on customers for not wearing masks, but beginning tomorrow, we're going to start, asking the customers to put their masks on. 80% of the customers who come in, however, are wearing masks, and many are wearing gloves, so that won't be much of an issue. But that's what the mayor wants us to do, so that's what we're gonna do.
With Passover beginning last night and Easter this Sunday, people will be forced to find ways to celebrate religious holidays differently, with proper social distancing guidelines.
This year was a little modified version of Passover because of the whole quarantine situation. Me and just my parents and sisters, because we couldn't have our grandparents or any of them over, obviously, because social distancing. So we would have our extended family over, my mom's parents and my dad's mom, and like aunts and uncles who all live in the Indianapolis area with us. We thought about doing a whole Zoom Seder. Like, I know a lot of friends whose families did that.
Usually we have a Seder with friends. We couldn't do that this year. It was a smaller Seder than usual. It was a little strange. We were able to get all the groceries we needed. So we were able to get matzah and all the traditional foods. So it wasn't actually as different as you might expect.
So we've been streaming from Facebook, Periscope, and YouTube, as well as Instagram. Before, when we were just doing our streaming on just Facebook, we would maybe have like 200 to 400 people that would watch. This was before all this happened, but now weekly we're having 1,000 plus that are on Facebook alone. It's just us getting in the mindset of not being able to be in community face to face. I mean, that's the hard part, I think, for all of us.
Coronavirus is impacting businesses across the country, including the entertainment industry. The pandemic has caused television shows to pause or cancel production and has postponed film releases. In fact, the editor-in-chief of entertainment website The AV Club told Annenberg Media just how big of a role coronavirus is playing in production plans.
It's really interesting because the impact that the coronavirus is having on the entertainment industry goes far beyond what you maybe would initially imagine. Of course, there's productions being shut down, which means productions are being delayed, which means releases are being delayed. But we're also not having movie premieres, so new content's not even getting promoted, even if it's moving to a digital platform.
However, one sector of entertainment that does seem to be benefiting from quarantine and stay-at-home orders are those digital platforms. Streaming service Disney Plus announced on Wednesday that it has more than 50 million global users, which is up from the 26 million it had in early February. The platform launched in November of last year. These numbers put Disney Plus ahead of its own projections, telling investors last year that it hopes to have 60 to 90 million subscribers worldwide by 2024. But the streaming service success caused by the global pandemic extends beyond just Disney Plus. According to Nielsen, time spent on streaming services was up 34% in March. Gomez said that this could also bode well for new streaming services set to be released in the next few months.
Stuff that's going to be super easily accessible, like HBO Max, like Peacock. I think you're definitely going to see people signing up for it, or at least using the trial months that they would get more than they would have otherwise.
Beyond streaming services, basic cable television ratings have also seen an uptick, according to Gomez. And he believes variety programs like late-night talk shows and SNL that can be filmed from home will be the content that thrives during this quarantine.
Lady Gaga plans to host a coronavirus benefit concert. The pop icon is partnering with the World Health Organization and Global Citizen for the One World Together at Home show on April 18th to celebrate and support healthcare workers fighting against COVID-19.
This money will go towards an international effort to help medical workers as well as patients. And it will also go towards scientific research that it goes everywhere from vaccines to information.
Today, USC President Carol Folt shared a special message from a famous SC alum.
Guys, I'm just checking in on you. I just want to say, hang in there. I know you're tired of being at home with your families, mom and dad hovering over you. Hey, mom and dad, stop helicoptering. Okay? Leave these guys alone. They've got work to do. Whenever the first day of school happens again, who knows? I might pop in on a few classes with my fake mustache just to welcome you back and know that your work did not go unnoticed. I got to get back to my internship here. Stay safe and fight on.
I don't know about you, but Will Ferrell is one of my favorite USC alumni. I'm so grateful that he took the time out of his day to speak to us. It makes me feel like everything might just be all right.
No, 100%. And I feel like the one thing you can always rely on Will Ferrell for is to bring levity to any serious situation. But I do have to say, Keith, I'm a little jealous because as graduating seniors, we're not going to be able to experience him coming back on the first day next year. We're going to be gone.
I'm so mad about that. I feel like it's so rude. If you want to sneak back up in here and catch him on that first day of school, I'm completely down, and I will be doing it myself. So I can use
100%. 100%. Also, maybe he can come to the commencement whenever that ends up happening.
Yeah, it's going to be a long time coming, so he definitely has the time to prepare, right?
No, definitely.
Well, thank you for watching. We will continue to post newscasts here on the Annenberg Media YouTube channel.
And for more coverage on COVID-19, head to uscannenbergmedia.com. Have a good night.